hear the voices inside my head. See voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog. We fighting above the law.
Okay. Mute.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Hey, Dalen. Can we see Wendy? Okay, you guys, there's slow chat on too, so if you're like chatting a lot, it's not going to show up. It'll tell you to wait however long. I think it's on to 2 minutes or something like that. Chicken Massacre. That's funny. Punksy. Hey, Mary T. Hey, Carla. Hey, Twin. Hey, Miss Wednesday. All right, mods, I did see there was silly stuff deleted last night. Let's just only block the nasty people. And of course, if they come in here bombing certain channel name over and over again, just get rid of them. We're not doing that, okay?
Hey,
So I did, Mandy made a video of it too. So after this, if you guys are trying to find just that part instead of watch through however long a live is, Mandy was given the stuff beforehand and she already made a video out of it, but I'm going to play. I called Dawn and I asked Dawn again about that barrel because I've seen a couple of people put up videos about it. I think Evil Exists was one and then another. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to call him right now. And I'm just going to ask him about it because I couldn't remember what he had told me about that damn barrel. He did tell me he got it from Kingsport, I believe. Let me double check. I bought it in Kingsport, yes. So he says he bought that barrel in Kingsport. And I'm going to go ahead right now. I'll play the clip like once right now and then I'll play it again later. Dave! Hello, and hello everyone. Cheshire,
Sylvia.
Jan, Sylvia H.
Yep.
Where is she? Honest Rage. I don't see her, but Sylvia, hello. We've missed you. Cheryl, BL, Not So Basic Brooke, Shell, Daniel, Lacey, Betsy, Tom, Miss Doodle Detective. And everybody, Sam I Am, Jackie, Kristen, Emily, The Journey, Jennifer, Baked Cake, Lindsay, everybody, Everla, I think that's how you say your name. I'm going to go ahead and play that clip really quick just to even start out with. Let me see if I figured this out. Hubby was at work, so I had to try and figure it out by myself. Oh, maybe. How do I get back to where my... Okay, hold on. I think I got it, guys.
Hey. Tell me the barrel again. You told me about that barrel and I don't remember.
What is it? I don't understand about the barrel.
Me either, but it's going around today. They said that it's some hint that you left, and I know you mentioned it in one of our interviews, but
yeah, it's just this barrel I bought. Gosh, this is freaking hilarious. I was gonna use it to burn trash in, or I was gonna put it in my shed. Maybe just put. I use it all the time if I'm working on a vehicle like this. You can put tools on it and everything. It's real handy. It's right there, like a little, something to just keep your tools on. It's really nice for that. But
I thought maybe you go bear baiting or anything like that. I don't know.
Nothing like that. I don't hunt, so I don't do that. I mean,
so you got that barrel and it said for sale on it already?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had that barrel plus a bunch of other ones out there for sale.
Yeah.
But that was the last one out there that day. That's the one that had the for sale thing signed that he put on there on it.
Okay, so you know the other big question that they're putting out there, and that's been out there, but for some reason it's going around again today.
Well, it's
Her
like
dancing out there around it. Her dancing around out there, was that a common thing? She was out in the rain, or why dancing around that barrel, they're saying?
I mean, just because in Tennessee it's warm, it's warm enough. It's hot here, so when it rains, you can go out in the rain around here. It feels good.
I used to play in the rain a lot too.
It don't matter what I tell them. Sure, it doesn't matter what I tell them. They're just trying to convict me of my own daughter's disappearance and everything else and everything in between. And it don't matter what I tell them. You can't tell them nothing.
I know. Don't.
Okay. I mean, so that's his response about the barrel. And then I had texted and, because he kept saying he had a couple barrels, but then that was the last barrel. So he took that barrel, and then I said, okay, well, where'd you get that barrel? I texted him, where did it come from? Was it a neighbor or somebody? And he said he got it in Kingsport. Because I don't have to. As simple as that. You don't tell me what to play, how much to play, and when to play it. It's my panel, my show, my channel. Summer dancing in front of it, it says for sale. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good. Everybody knows that. He said before when asked about it that he hardly uses it, and now he is saying he always uses it. It comes in handy. In the South, we use those as burn barrels. Not all areas have trash pickup, so they burn their trash. These barrels cost around $20 and are bought in the time here in Tennessee. Yeah, Bella. And it's pretty common for people to buy in Minnesota too, especially around hunting time, or if anyone, collects sap from the trees, stuff like that, then you definitely got those barrels. When we go get bear bait and everything, we'd pick up a couple of those barrels. So many dislikes on this channel because I guess people think that's fun, but it helps the channel even if they're giving me a thumbs down, because it means they came here, so it's still actually helpful. And a lot of times they will turn the notifications off to make sure they give me a thumbs down as soon as I have something posted. So I mean, they're clearly subscribed with their notifications on, because the second this was posted to come on tonight, there was 2 thumbs down. So thank you. I am in the country here. We use them to burn our trash too. Yeah, I mean, that is fairly common. So it's up to, all y'all. Do you accept what his answer is or not? Has he told different stories? I'd have to go back and listen, because at this point I don't even remember. I've just talked to him, so I have literally no idea. I think that's the story we had gotten before, that he had just bought it or something. But like Glitter, I don't know what her name was, Glitter or somebody said he had said that he barely uses it or whatever, he uses it all the time. Hey, Vintage Ink, but you said you don't hunt, so why buy barrels? That's literally not what was said. Jesus. Oh, he doesn't hunt. Well, yeah, I straight up asked him, was it for bear hunt or bear baiting or anything? He said no. But like other people here in the chat are from Tennessee, they say they pick up barrels like that all the time for fires. Actually, the thing that was coming to my mind is it's exactly how the Averys had their fires. They had those barrels around with fires in them at the junkyard.
People have burn barrels, yeah.
I had never heard him comment on the barrel before this. Could have missed it though. Yeah, and like I said, it's up to you. Like, are you guys going to accept that answer or not? I'm not saying you have to believe it, but I definitely wanted to ask him better. There's a little bit more people in here, so I will play it again. Shit. Who cares? Thumbs up or down? Are you all serious? Answer the question. When was this call made in real time? It was made today at exactly 3:15 today. So about 3 hours and a half ago. 3.5 hours ago. So, do you guys want me to play it again right now, or wait a little bit, answer some questions, play it again, answer questions? I don't care about the barrel unless Summer is in it. Yeah, oh. Yeesh. I don't know. I heard him talk about the barrel, some story. Yeah. Well, we've asked him before. I swear it's on one of the interviews, or he said it on a live. I know he's answered it before, but I couldn't remember what his exact answer was. So I saw ylxwgtz did that and was like, was it a hint or whatever? And so I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to ask him and see what he says. And then, you know, if he did say something else differently, well, I'm sure everyone would find that and pick it apart, so we would know, well, which one do we believe then? He said 3 different things, but I don't know if I can't remember what I heard before. I'd have to go back in the other interviews and hear, or if he was possibly on someone else's channel. I know.
I remember him saying he bought it.
He bought it? Yeah. And today he said he bought it from Kingsport, but in the recording, if you listen, he says, you know, they had like 3 or 4 of them, but then he goes to, that was the last one. I don't know. I'm just going to play it again and I find it. All right, here we go.
Hey. Tell me the barrel again. You told me about that barrel and I don't remember.
Why is it so? I don't understand about the barrel.
Me either, but it's going around today. They said that it's some hint that you left, and I know you mentioned it in one of our interviews, but
yeah, it's just this barrel I bought. Gosh, this is freaking hilarious. I was gonna use it to burn trash in, or I was gonna put it in my shed. Maybe just I use it all the time if I'm working on a vehicle like this. You can put tools on it and everything. It's real handy. It's right there, like a little, something to just keep your tools on. It's really nice for that. But
I thought maybe you go bear baiting or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. I don't hunt. I don't do that. I mean,
so you got that barrel and it said for sale on it already?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had that barrel plus a bunch of other ones out there for sale.
Yeah.
But that was the last one out there that day. That's the one that had the for sale thing sign that he put on there on it.
Okay, so you know the other big question that they're putting out there, and that's been out there, but for some reason it's going around again today.
Well, it's
her
like
dancing out there around it. Her dancing around out there, was that a common thing? She was out in the rain, or why dancing around that barrel, they're saying?
I mean, just because in Tennessee it's warm. It's warm enough. It's hot here, so when it rains, you can go out in the rain around here. It feels good.
I used to play in the rain a lot too.
Yeah. It don't matter what I tell them. Sure, it doesn't matter what I tell them. They're just trying to convict me of my own daughter's disappearance and everything else and everything in between. And it don't matter what I tell them. You can't tell them nothing.
I know. Don't.
Hold hands. Voices, can you please unblock? Oh! Yes.
I'll go do that.
Okay. I forgot to do that last night.
Oh yeah, for those of you asking if Don still has the barrel, he did kick it. And one that shares interviews.
Yeah,
One in chat.
yeah, he did kick the barrel on one of the lives or something like that. So some of you are saying, yeah, and yeah, I know I asked him, I just couldn't remember what he said. So again, you know, is it match the story we heard before? I really can't remember. So if it does, I mean, there you go. I don't know. 2 questions I want answered. Where is Summer and what does the title say? I'm gonna start coming up with something where whoever can guess like the most titles right in the month or something will get a little prize or something. But the title of this one says, "You want to play a game? Let's fucking play." You know, since some people have turned this into a fucking game and think it's a game and that it's so fucking funny. 423 Chase. I have passed along. Now, there's been several people who have offered the Wells to like grab some of their friends and like they know people that will go and help Don search. And Benny has helped try to get people together too and everything, but we need like an actual like from Don, like where should people be searching and stuff. So we haven't gotten that yet, but 423 Chase, we got your email last night. And yeah, definitely. I'm going to email you his phone number, actually, so you can try and get a hold of him. And I'll tell Don someone is going to be texting you to try and help plan a search thing. So I wish you luck with trying to get that together and where to go, because several people have reached out, and the response that I get is usually that law enforcement is not allowing it. So I'm not sure. But you, it's very awesome of you to be willing to do that and get some people together. So definitely, I'm really, really hoping that they will take you up on that offer. Benny, I'm going to put the link in. You guys do have to show your face for a second, so, or I'm not going to let you on. If you come up here trying to be rude to me or trying to whatever, yell at me, scream at me, or just be a bitch to me, I will kick you and block you. If you have a different opinion, you sure are welcome up here, but let's like discuss it civilly. If law enforcement is not allowing people to search, then why would Equisearch be going back up there? I don't know. So from what I was told, Don had told me several times in the last month that he was talking to Dave Radar and he really wanted them to come back up and search. And I was told that they had contacted, Equisearch had contacted law enforcement and that they were told no. And now I'm told that they are, I guess, coming back up. So I can't answer that. I do know that I don't know. I can just tell you what I was being told. Don told me he tried weeks ago to get them up here or up there or wherever to search again. And I was told that law enforcement just wouldn't let them. And I think that's kind of what they had said too. It kind of looked like law enforcement wasn't really letting people go search, and I'm sure they have their reasons. So, sure, did Don say anything about charges being filed in Utah? He did. He said when today, but no, we didn't really talk about that. Do I still think he is guilty? I definitely think Don knows more than what he's saying, and I have been a lot harder on him now. I tell him, like, actually, well, I'm on my phone. Hubby's trying to find checking convictions to unblock her right now, but when he comes back, I'm gonna I'll tell you what I said to him. I literally said, like, are you covering for anybody else? Are you, because I'd hate to see you get in trouble if you're covering for anyone else. I've straight up asked him, like, do you really trust Candace? Like, do you not, like, do you think that she's lying to you. She's lied to you before. You've told me she's lied to you. We've caught her in lies. Like, would she tell you, Don? Like, come on. I said, would you honestly tell me if you were helping cover for anyone else? And his response to me was something like, I'll have to read it and I'll put it on a community post, but it was like something about the Bible. What does the Bible say about bearing false witness or something like that? Basically telling me no, he wouldn't cover for anybody else because it's not in the Bible. Again, he knows you snitch. He's not going to tell you. Again, whether he does or doesn't, I can only put out there what he says to me. That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying we believe it or not believe it. I put searches waiting for Ellie to give them the when, like the okay. I mean, I sure hope that they let them. Yeah, and drinks and yeah. I mean, I don't know. This whole thing is fishy AF. I'd say too damn bad. I'm gonna search whenever, wherever, as far as long as it takes to find my child. That is exactly how I feel. It's my personal opinion, but I don't have a missing child, so I can't say how everyone acts because everyone. I don't know if everyone watches or knows the Madeline McCann story. They didn't quite act right either, in my opinion. And you see, what was that one? Was it Michael or what's that? The little boy where it was the dad's. The grandma was all worked up. The redheaded grandma. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't think the boyfriend knew, but the girlfriend did know.
Oh, yeah.
And she was standing at the car there. That grandma was like beside herself. And then we were watching the Holly Bobo thing, and just like the reactions aren't the same, or in my opinion, what they should be. I wish she would talk to you, Cher. Who? Please, 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 Cher, Mr. Cher, take care of you. Take a day or 4 and decompress. I'm not as angry now because, like, I don't care. Here's the thing. Yes, I turned him in, whatever, and then we didn't speak for like 24 hours. He did that whole whatever, blew me off. Actually, even after that went around crazy, I was still getting text messages from his phone, but he was trying to make me believe it was Candace, but I know it wasn't Candace because Candace wouldn't text me and tell me it's her. She would be like, fuck you, Cher, and block me. If she's listening to this, she's laughing and she's saying, you're damn right. So, you know, I know it wasn't her, but then everyone wanted to be like, oh, you're a liar. I told everyone when it first started, I said, I don't believe that shit. Even just listening to it, not even like knowing Don, it was just so far-fetched. So you're trying to tell me Cartel came originally June 15th. They stole Summer. Summer got gone or whatever. And then the Cartel would wait damn near 3 months and then come back. And then they're going to leave just Candace and take Dawn. Like, I already knew it was all bullshit. And in the end, anyway, I was like, well, are they trying to hurt Candace? Was it Candace that owed somebody? Or, like, why are they taking everybody that Candace loves? Because in the end, if that was all to be true, it'd be Candace the one that's, like, tortured and agony. Her boys were taken. Her daughter's gone. Now her husband, like, she's left all alone. So then I'm thinking, damn, is somebody out to hurt Candace? Like, why take everybody she loves and just leave her? Like, you know what I mean? So, no, none of it made sense to me. And I told everyone, you're wrong. But then everyone's like, she's a liar. Look, he's arrested. Look at the Photoshop pictures. He's arrested. Cher's lying. But I did think it was true because we actually looked him up and it was showing him in transit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, shit, maybe he really did get arrested. And then the timing of my reports, when I actually thought the SA charges were filed right around that time too. So we were like, oh, the timing, like, we just thought it was perfect timing that maybe he was just trying to disappear. And Mr. Cher was like, oh, maybe this is his little plan to like just disappear completely off of social media.
Yeah.
he's going to pretend the cartel took him, and then all of a sudden we never hear from Don or Candace again, like on social media. They just delete everything, because if you remember, his Facebook would go away, come back, go away, come back, go away, come back, like all day long that day. I wouldn't talk to you if I was D. I don't blame C for not talking to you too. Awesome. But here you are in my chat. Iva, I know who you are. Duh. You're not even original. Bye-bye. I'm blocking this account too. Don is living in your head rent-free, people. No, maybe before, but it's different now. Like, I'm not... He knows that I believe he knows more. I am straightforward about that now. Like, I don't care. If he stops talking to me, he stops talking to me. Has Don talked about the essay charges pressed today? Yes, he has brought that up. He was gonna get gone himself. I don't know why that's funny, but it is. Hey, Cher. You don't know me, but I have been a silent watcher. I am an empath and a paranormal investigator, and I know a lot of famous investigators. Is Summer alive? What do you feel? Kristen, I do not feel that she is, I guess. Like, I lean more towards no, I don't think so. But because of what circus this is and all the damn games and everyone, well, not everyone, but Don and Candace pulling this crap, it does make me wonder, is it possible she's alive? You know, it did give me a little more hope, because I'm like, damn, they want money and think games are funny. Like, it made me think, oh. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Danny. They searched the house 7 times. If there was something, anything to find, they'd have found it. They tossed their house 7 times. I'm afraid the cartel will now actually put a hit on Don for all the lies and attention he is drawing to them. No, I don't think it's worth it for them to do something like, you know, that'd be a little too obvious maybe for them. I don't think they'll mess with that. Hey, Rainbow, can you show your face for a minute? Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hey.
I just have a quick question that I've had from last night.
Yes.
And correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be. When you were reading what Dawn had given you to read, he said, I would have done the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Am I reading that wrong? Or am I taking that in right?
That is what he said. I'm not sure how he meant it, because he had texted it all out or typed it all out. But yeah, he did say I would do the same thing.
Yes.
I think with, you know, you thought you were saving my daughter from a bad situation. Well, I would do the same thing. You'll be a hero, something like that, right?
Well, it was when, gosh, I wish I had taken notes, because typically I do, because I'm an essay survivor, and when it comes to things like this, I do, but it made it sound like whatever this person would have done, I would have done the same thing. That's how I took it.
Yeah, I catch exactly what you're saying, and I picked up on that too. Like, oh, so you would have taken her too if you were like on the outside looking in, that type of thing?
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I did. That stood out to me as well. And thank you, Christine. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. That stood out to me. You're not wrong for thinking that, because what does he mean by that? Like, would you too, if you were an outsider seeing the way Summer was being treated, you would want to save her? Like, and then I wondered, like, well, what does that mean? Like, was it other people in the family treating her wrong and he wanted, like, so many things you can take from that.
So many things go through your head,
Mhm.
and you go to lay your head on the pillow, and you're like, okay, what did he mean by that? You know, I'm like, I didn't sleep last night. I'm like, what was he meaning by
Mhm.
saying I would have done the same thing as them? Or whatever it was he said. I'm not correctly word for word verbatim what he said, but that just stood out to me, and I have been wanting to ask, what did he mean?
I did see that horse and I thought that was a sign. I rewatched that about 100 times. I made my husband watch it, and I was like, God, I just feel like that's Summer, like
The black horse?
that black horse that took off during the damn press
Yeah.
conference for Summer.
Yeah.
And they had gone to like Horse Pond or where, like, I just took that as a sign.
Where they were where they went swimming that day is called the Horse Pond.
Mm.
And then that horse or donkey or whatever it was took off, and I've been, just because I'm sensitive to it, I have PTSD, I have anxiety over these things, and I'm like, what did he mean by he would have done the same thing?
Right.
Yeah. We're gonna try and find that clip and play it for you guys. I think I have it. I know the whole book deal and Dr. Oz selling to Dr. Oz is just hilarious to me.
I could be completely wrong. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I caught on to that last night, and it's been on my mind ever since. So
mm,
I could have heard it wrong. I will admit, if I'm wrong. I just, what
yeah.
if indeed he did say that, what does he mean by he would have done the same thing?
That is a good question. Sorry, we're trying to figure out how to play that video of the horse.
I'm sorry.
Send the link to go on.
You just have the link, baby. Oh, hold on. Mr. Share's gonna help show that. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of things he says where you can take it and look, you can make anything fit with what he says. He talks so weird like that. Bobby was like, who
It's
says
word
get
salad.
gone?
That's what I call it, is word salad. I mean, it's like this and this and that and that and this and this and that and that. But when he said, I would have done the same thing, he said it once, if not twice. And that's where it got me.
Diane, I see what you're saying, and I totally get it. Cotton candy. Rainy Bows is her screen name. Well, thank you, Rainy. But yeah, that definitely stood out to me as well. So
Okay.
I'm
I
not
just wanted
sure.
to make sure it wasn't only me.
No, it
That
stood out for sure. There's a lot of things he says that will make you go like, what?
yeah, I was like, okay, what do you mean? You would have done the same thing as, and it made me to believe, like, as when I took, I don't want to say it, but that's what my brain went to. And so, that's the only question I had to ask, and I will let other people jump on. I don't understand. I wish I could hear that again.
It's definitely something I can ask him about too, but there's going to be a lot of other things that he says that, yeah, is definitely going to stand out. So that did stand out to me. Thank you so much for coming up here and sharing that with everyone.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on. I won't keep you anymore. I just had that one question. I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that heard that the way it came out. And it's not on you. You know, you're reading what he has said. So.
Yeah, that's all, that's all I can do. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you. Thank you, Rainy Bows. Hopefully you come back up again on another live.
Oh, I will for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now we're going to show how we got the clip of that runaway horse, which I think is a huge... Yes, I will, Karen, in just a few minutes here. Okay. You'll see that? Baby, can you rewind it a little bit again? Yeah. Watch this dang horse go by. If that ain't summer sending a sign, I don't know what is. Yep. And I kept saying to myself, why did nobody get in the car and follow that fucking horse? Like, I was like, somebody should be following that horse. Mm-hmm. Chills. No, Ellie Ray, you're fine. Your mods put my accounts on timeout for no reason. Not this account. It is crazy. And again, yeah, I was like, someone follow that horse. Have you seen the odd audio of Wells' grifter neighbor? I don't think so. It's called Gut Feeling. It's very different. Yeah, see? It's crazy, right? Take a pamperin with a Milo. Who asked about charges filed at the 19-minute mark? No charges were filed today. A police report was filed today. Awesome. Awesome either way. I don't know. You could have played that clip when your caller was on the phone. You could have played that clip when the caller was on the phone. Very add audio. No, if we had the audio in there, then I got put in timeout and wasn't disrespectful or made any mean comment. Okay, well, The weird audio is weird, all right. Wait, what weird audio? There was no audio on there, I don't think. Right, Kaz. Exactly. And it's funny how it's fun. Yeah, I mean, it's funny how he, predicted that. And everyone was like, oh, you knew he was going to do things and you didn't report it. I did. I even stopped him from doing. That wasn't the exact prank he had said, but then nobody gives him shit for knowing exactly the prank he was doing and waiting and giving everyone a cliffhanger for 24 hours before airing it. Come on now. If you've been put in timeout accidentally, it is because the chat jumps. Yeah, that does happen. The shadow looks so odd. Yeah, there's also slow chat on, so it's not going to let you send a bunch of comments at once. The prank, he's talked about several different pranks, but the big one where I was like, please don't do that, he wanted to do a false confession for $1 million. He thought that would be hilarious. He said, what if we plan a false confession? Excuse me. Yeah, so that was like the big thing that I knew about, and I straight up said, no, you can't do that. And he's like, well, why not? And I said, because, you can't do that. This is serious. Your daughter is missing, and everyone is going to say that you're taking the focus off of Summer. You cannot do that. And he goes, well, no, it would work. $1 million pay-per-view event. And then when finally it's time to confess, he said he was going to confess how much he loves this church. Kind of like the O.J. Simpson, if I did it book type thing is what was funny, I guess. Not to me, but yeah. Oh, is it? I'm not sure how it's interfering, but what did Don say about the charges that were filed? Oh, really? Oh, yeah? Oh, today? Oh. Yeah. Did he say false or just confession? He said a confession. He said what was his word? I can't remember, but he wanted to do a false confession, pretend to confess, but it was going to be not confession, not a real confession. He said a pay-per-view confession. Yes, that's what he said exactly, pay-per-view. And he said for $1 million. Yes, confess that he loves God. Yes, that's what he said. And then when it was time that he would confess that he loves God and his church. Oh, I hit my head. I'm cleaning my car. That's a great point. If he said confession and not false, that's something. Have you heard from Candace after her prank call to Mary? Candace isn't one that I usually talk to unless like she wanted something out, like her mom wasn't talking to True Crime Obsession, then she would talk to me. Like certain things that she wanted to make sure and she was pissed about, she would then talk to me, but no. 99% of my communication has always been with Dawn. If Cher's convo with Don Watts was interfering with investigation, she would be ordered to cease and desist by law enforcement. Exactly, and it's been asked to them, should I continue talking to them? Should I not? Like, what do you guys advise? So I am not doing anything that is illegal. And anything that I think has been a problem has been turned over. And everything is certainly saved for if they did say, oh, hey, Cher, I need your phone and everything, it would be gladly handed over. So everyone going around with their, you're going to be going to prison with Dawn, you and Candace can be cellmates. Okay. Keep on thinking that. I mean, it just shows me how uneducated you truly are. Saw the horse at the carousel. Right. Juju, welcome to the crazy train. Woo woo. Chris has caused way more trouble than Cher. I haven't done anything that I don't get it. I haven't done anything. I talked to him. That's all. I'm not saying I believe everything. And I'm not asking any of you guys to believe everything. I talk to him. I let him say things his way, how he wants it said. Unmanipulated, of course. Trust me, over half the shit that comes out of his mouth or text isn't shit that he should be saying. So if I had any control over that, it wouldn't be said. I don't have any narration or whatever that he needs to go with. I've been letting him do his thing his fucking way. And if you want to act as though it's not helpful, you're all wrong. If you want to act as though I'm not doing this for Summer, you're very wrong. Summer is the only thing that has kept me wanting to keep getting more answers, or the public lashing that I have received, worst ever in my life. There's no fucking way. But I'm not going to be bullied to do what I feel is the right thing in my own heart. I'm not going to stand down and be bullied by a bunch of men who like to harass women online. It just ain't going to happen. To even think about pranks when his child is missing blows my mind. How sick. Come on now. Right, Jennifer. And I agree with that as well. And at the same time, because I get so bashed and, being on YouTube or social media, I understand how, like, oh my God, listen, they take this and twist it and then everybody runs with it. I understand having that frustration and then being like, let me just do this and, fuck everyone. I'm going to watch everyone take it and run with it, but they're going to fucking look dumb. Like, I kind of get that, but you're absolutely right. I absolutely wouldn't be doing that if I had a child missing. Like, that'd be the last thing on my mind. So to me, yeah, I told him immediately. I'm like, you pissed me the fuck off. That pissed me off. How could you do that? I said that to him. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Any credibility you once had with anyone is out the window now because of that bullshit. Like, what are you doing? Everyone thinks I'm just kissing his ass, and I'm not. Now, he stopped talking to me for 24 hours. When people were like, you keep bothering him, why you keep bothering him? He reached out to me. He watches the shows and texts me what to say or whatever. So don't jump on me for calling me, like, put your own fucking voice out there, let me make sure I get this right. I don't feel bad about it. But when we did that plea the other night, Thursday night or Friday night, for his daughter, I literally had just ended the stream. Like, as soon as I ended stream of everyone making their pleas for Summer to come home, Dawn reached back out to me, and we've been talking ever since. But I've been a lot more, not harsher, but I've been stern with him, because at this point I don't care if he stops talking to me or not, because it's not about does Dawn talk to me, it's about getting the answer. So Was I a little more like treating him with child gloves before? Yes. But I'm not doing that now. Where I straight up, I'm asking him the hard questions. Tanya, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mandy, welcome to the Crazy Train. Thank you. Cher, didn't you say you didn't record y'all's combos until the Saturday that he let his mask down? Right. Unless he had told me like, hey, record this. I can't come on the live, record this with me. But as of that, like the past week, yes, I record conversations. And just like today, I told him, don't talk to me about anything else because I'm recording you right now. So yes, I don't have to record people without their knowledge. I absolutely told him. Now on Saturday when I was recording, no, he did not know. I didn't say that, but it is legal for me to do, and I was recording those times, because I wanted to give it to law enforcement. So I do not feel bad about it. Sharon, welcome to Crazy Train. Whoop, thank you. Why is my writing light gray? Am I blocked? No, you are not blocked, or you wouldn't even be able to send me a super chat at all. But the slow chat is on. So when you make a comment, and then if you go to comment before 2 minutes time is up, it will turn gray and not post. You'll have to wait the whatever time it says left. So you aren't blocked or anything. I just have slow mode on because usually it's too hard for me to keep track. The chat jumps a lot. Yes, Karen, seeing your comments. I don't like all the bashing of each other on YouTube lately. I feel like I'm back in school. Yes, and I hated it enough the first time. If you don't like each other, don't watch. Why is that hard, YouTube? Did Don yell at you last night on your hubby's live? No, we were just texting. He got upset at maybe my husband or maybe both of us. I'm not sure. But he did get upset that, he's not happy that we don't 100% believe everything he's saying, for sure. Kimbers, Tammy, we love you. And Nellie, if you're watching, I hope you feel better, you and your sister soon. We love you. But no, he didn't yell at me. Actually, I'll read you what he said. He wasn't happy. Okay, maybe I'm going to send this to you so I can read it. Okay. So what he sent last night was, I'm so done. Why does everyone want to believe we could be so evil as to harm our daughter? I just can't believe this. All I've done is work my ass off and try my best to get my kids in church. And they all interpret that as evil. Wow. Effing wow. It doesn't even bother anyone about his niece's lies. Like, that's totally fine. Wow. That's the world we live in today. You can have the world. I want nothing to do with it, and I have nothing to prove to you worldly people. You can keep it all. Charles, I'm not sure about that. I don't think there is a time to wait, if I mean what I mean. It's 5 o'clock somewhere all the time. That could be JM. It could be that it's from all of the drinking and drug use off and on, because he's admitted he falls sometimes. It could be that. is what makes him harder to understand. It's definitely a possibility. Voice is just a reminder, sorry to pester. Checking convictions is waiting to be unblocked.
She's unblocked.
She is unblocked. I do something. See him help the world look at them different. Oh, why is it all about Don? Grr. Well, you can click off. Did he think it was odd for C to go to Allie's? Did he think it was odd for... Oh, as far as he knew, there was no problems between Allie and Candace. And somebody told me today they know both of them and that they still to this day talk and are fine, Allie and Candace. I don't know. I will certainly ask, though, if he wants to answer. Do you believe Don is guilty or not? I believe that Don knows more than he is saying. For sure. Of what? I don't know, because we don't know. Summer's not here. We don't know. So I can't say what is he guilty of. But do I personally think he knows more? Hell yes, I do. I think they both do. And yes, Don knows that. And I've said it to him yesterday, today, like, tell me, Don, like, please tell me, like, he knows what I think, period. Now I'm going to go check something for checking convictions really quick, and hubby's going to take over for a minute.
All right. So I'll just have a look at the chat. Yeah, I did unblock checking convictions on the channel. I don't know. It might just take a minute. I know we're not up to the reward money. Hello, all. Did you get the message I sent to Prairie Boy on Facebook last night? I think so. Thanks, Mary Frances. Yep, I'm doing okay. Worked hard today. I'm tired, but I'm doing all right. You think Don is really concerned about being arrested? I don't know. Maybe. He does seem to be a little bit preoccupied with this, the stuff with his family. Yeah, apparently that whole prank thing was it was about Chris. Michelle, I'm a carpenter.
All right, you should be unblocked for sure now. Checking convictions. Okay, well, you guys, I didn't want to really do this all night. I'm working on something else that will premiere maybe tomorrow or over this weekend. And then Thursday night, I'm going to have Jay for Justice on, and we're going to do like a serious interview with her. It won't be much. I mean, Summer Wells might spill over into that, but it's going back like, I told her I want to ask her all of the hard questions, all of the shit we have all heard about her and, leaking calls and stuff like that. I told her, I'm like, I want to sit down with you and I want to discuss it. She said she's super anxious about it and nervous, but I'm really excited for it because, to be honest, all of these bigger channels pretend to be my friend, like on the side, but they have never defended me like publicly like that, and she did that today, and I was like, oh my god, like I haven't had anyone do that before, so I was like, I want to sit down now. I want to know more about everything from crap that people said about her and that even I believed, from Watt's case to the Heidi Bessard case, and we're gonna go through it all on Thursday night. And as long as people are respectful, I think she's pretty open to answering people's questions, and I'm pretty excited for that. So while it's not going to be all Summer Wells, we made up through the Summer Wells case, so a little bit will be on that, but it's going to be basically more about Jennifer J for Justice podcast, why she started her channel, and her experience and everything she's gone through being a creator and doing what she's doing. So I'm actually pretty excited for that. And then, yeah, this weekend we're going to do, it's a pretty long phone call, but you'll see the phone call that I had set when I was trying to question Dawn to have something to turn into TBI. So the recording, the call that I made for law enforcement, now that it's been over a week, we will go ahead and play that, I think, over the weekend, right, baby?
Sure. Yeah, we can play it though.
Yeah. So we got some stuff going on. It's just well, fuck it. It's putting it out when I'm comfortable to put it out and all of that. So people are like demanding, do this, you owe us this. And I'm going to put it out how I feel it should be put out, when it should be put out. That's all. $50,000 for a book deal about Dawn. Is it true? Well, that's interesting. I thought it was $50,000 owed to Cartel. Now it's for a book deal? How could we possibly even know how much a book would make to even make a $50,000 deal like that? What if the book didn't even make $50,000? What if nobody bought the book? So that's really weird. Jesus, people. So anyways, I'm going to play that what he says about the barrel one last time, just for anyone that may want to watch it or may not. If you don't, go ahead and click off, because I'm going to play it in 3, 2, 1.
Hey. Tell me the barrel again. You told me about that barrel and I don't remember.
Why is it so? I don't understand about the barrel.
Me either, but it's going around today. They said that it's some hint that you left, and I know you mentioned it in one of our interviews, but
yeah, it's just this barrel I bought. Gosh, this is freaking hilarious. I was gonna use it to burn trash in, or I was gonna put it in my shed. Maybe I use it all the time if I'm working on a vehicle like this. You can put tools on it and everything. It's real handy. It's right there, like a little, something to just keep your tools on. It's really nice for that. But
I thought maybe you go bear baiting or anything like that. I don't know.
Nothing like that. I don't hunt. I don't do that. I mean,
so you got that barrel and it said for sale on it already?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had that barrel plus a bunch of other ones out there for sale.
Yeah.
But that was the last one out there that day. That's the one that had the for sale thing signed that he put on there on it.
Okay, so you know the other big question that they're putting out there, and that's been out there, but for some reason it's going around again today.
Well, it's
her
like
dancing out there around it. Her dancing around out there. Was that a common thing? She was out in the rain, or why dancing around that barrel, they're saying?
I mean, just because in Tennessee it's warm. It's warm enough. It's hot here, so when it rains, you can go out in the rain around here. It feels good.
I used to play in the rain a lot too.
Yeah. It don't matter what I tell them. Sure, it doesn't matter what I tell them. They're just trying to convict me of my own daughter's disappearance and everything else and everything in between. And it don't matter what I tell them. You can't tell them nothing.
I know.
I will ask him that, Amy. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, to the new members and for the super chats. Yeah, and it's up to you. Like I said, you don't have to believe them. That's okay. Any locals remodeling house? No, they've been offered a lot of help like that. They have. They just don't take it up right now, I guess. Oh, it's our belief that that was the No Thanks Productions or whatever channel guy. It's my personal belief. Not sure if it's true, but late to the party, Twin Cities, and now we are saying good night.
Hmm.
We are saying good night. Book's called You're Going to Jail, How Not to Be a Don. Oh, jeez. Is the church helping them at all? You know, we can talk about that. I have actually recently, since everything's gone down, I got pissed and I reached out to Robin again, and I've talked to her quite a bit actually since it's happened in the last couple of months. I've talked to her quite a bit. So it sounds as though they'd rather just focus on themselves and their own families right now, is kind of the message I'm getting. So I don't know. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for hanging.
Good night, peeps.
And again, Mandy, drop the link, because if you don't want to watch through this live stream to get to that recording, if you want that recording, I'm not even saying it's a big deal. It's just I asked him because a couple of people were wondering and put it out there. That's all. Mandy had chopped that down so you don't have to listen to over an hour of live. She has a video, Mandy, if you want to drop it, where it's simply just that call about the barrel. So check it out if you want, and you don't have to listen to an hour and 8 minutes to get to it. All right, good night, everyone.